Hi again. I am Fathom and I am the founder of Other Fiber Creations, and today we're going to do a little bit of a challenge. It is 9:21 a.m. I've already kind of kerfuffled about the first hour of my workday. It's fine. But I have a bunch of this extra cotton scrap yarn and a bunch of little safety eyes and a butt ton of polyfill. And a thing I've been wanting to do for when I sell in person at markets is I'm gonna make these little mystery bags that feature a random mini plushie. This is what I call my Scraptopi pattern. It's just a cute little thing to do with some extra scrap yarn. And a birth certificate that tells you what day I made the project, and a place for you to actually name the thing, along with a little seal of approval on the back. I think they're cute. I think it's a fun way to kind of reward people who tip me for stuff. I plan to make them in a bunch of different plushies, but today I want to make the most common one, the Scraptopi, and just see how many can I do in a day. We're going to do this in a day, not in 24 hours. Because when I hear, how many can I do in 24 hours, I think literally we're going to measure out 24 hours. We're not doing that this time. This is in a work day. This is a standard work day for me, in that I might get pulled away to, go run an errand, go to the store to grab stuff. Or it might just be a plain Jane, I get to sit and work all day, and I'm going to be super productive. Who knows? You will. End of this video. So, I'm just going to work until my usual 6:30 p.m. work time, and we're going to see how many we make, and I will report back to you. So let's do this thing. Ignore the weird framing on this shot, because you are sitting on a bag of potatoes. I know, I'm a genius. It has been about 2 hours since I started. It's 10:58. I started at approximately 9:20-ish, if I remember right. I have finished 2.5 of our little friends. I'm waiting till the end to show you guys all of them. But I took a bit of a break to come down and prep a crock-pot. Crock-pot words for dinner. I am making, me and my roommate, a beef roast with potatoes. Just something basic, filling meat, carbs to make meat last. And it's pretty simple overall. I had thought we were going to the store today. We aren't. We're walking to the store in a couple of days, which means that I get to sit and focus today besides worrying about food, which, nice. I will probably do this and then make myself something small to eat for lunch, because food is important. And then I will get back to working on our little friends. I will probably do a little bit of cleaning between each plushie. Should I call them plushies? Amigurumi? Whatever they are. But I'll probably do a bit of cleaning between each one, because this is a note to all of my crochet friends. If you crochet a lot like I do, this is just a personal note as a person who has been doing this for a few years now. Make sure to stop and stretch your hands. I used to crochet for 10, 12, maybe 14 hours on a good day, every day. I lived alone. People would come visit occasionally, and those would be my off days, but besides that, I would work nonstop. I'd sit and binge watch 10-hour live streams, and during them, I would just sit
and absorb content, and I would just work. I was impressive with how fast I was. I still am pretty impressive with how fast I am, according to friends and family and stuff like that. But I did it, and it hurt like a butt cheek on a stick, dude, or whatever the saying is. So, I did it, and then I had a scare where we thought that I had gotten carpal tunnel. I suddenly one day woke up and my hands were numb. It was cold, it was winter, so at first I was like, oh, it's because it's cold. Then I warmed my hands up and my fingers wouldn't stop tingling. Thank goodness I was fine. I had just pinched a nerve for a day. But it scared the living daylights out of me, the thought that I wouldn't be able to use my hands anymore. And ever since, I've started wearing compression gloves when I work for long hours. Like, if I have a commission that I pull an all-nighter for, I wear compression gloves to sleep in. I make a point that when I am working, I try to take a break every predetermined amount of time. So, for example, if I'm working on a blanket, every row, 5 minutes off. I've also, due to my boyfriend's influence, been taking actual full days off of work. I used to just, if somebody asked me to take a day off to go do something with them, I will, and I'll crochet up until they come pick me up, and I will crochet as soon as I get home. And it was something that I took pride in. I was so proud of the fact that I spent forever messing up my hands in order to create products that nobody was even buying because I had a business partner who was letting me down. And I'm tired of doing that. So my note to you is, if you are a fiber artist, if you're a crafter of any kind, heck, if you're not a crafter and you just do something with your hands, like a hobby, give your hands breaks. They do so much work. You do so much with your hands. Please, dear God, do not be foolish and lose them. You create wonderful, amazing art. Everyone creates art in their own way, from cooking a meal, to drawing a picture, to writing words, to singing a song, to playing an instrument. Everybody has some kind of art they do. Heck, even scientists with their experiments are a form of art and how they create them and think of them. And so many forms of art make use of the hands. So, take care of your hands. Take care of your body as a whole, actually, while I'm thinking of it. My sleeve, please. I'm trying to have a serious talk with you here. And my sleeves are not having it today. That's what I get for wearing a men's pajama shirt. But yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Be nice to yourself. XOXO. From somebody who is a recovering workaholic. For now, I'm going to get back to meal prep because I have a bloody big knife in my hand and I want to finish touching raw meat as fast as possible. See you back upstairs. So it is around, I think this is hour 5. 9 to 10 is 1. 11 is 2. 12 is 3. So yeah, it's been 5 hours. And I hit this point every day. I think this is an everybody thing. Where around 2, 3 p.m., I just get brain fogged. My brain is like, you've been working way too hard for too long. No more. You're done. And normally I can kind of push through it. But since I'm not doing something... It's not that it's not interesting, but it's not novel. It's not new. It's getting a bit tedious to do. I'm also going to note, I have been told people find it weird that I just talk with this between my lips. Because I'm so used to working, I'll have 7 lined up so that I can just stitch mark things when I need to. Apparently,
I've been told that is a strange thing to do. It's a thing I do. Not my point. Back on topic. I'm 5 hours in. I have completed 7. This is number 8 in my hands. I was thinking of waiting to show all of them at the end, but I'll give you a sneak peek of 3 of them. Because I've just been grabbing different yarn. So we got this little blue one. And we got this one that was... Oh, let me just throw it. Orange and pink. And then I ran out of pink, so it's like a lighter pink underneath. They're called Scraptopi for a reason. Then we got a plain green one. This one gives me Cthulhu vibes. Like, put a little body underneath, you got Cthulhu. I think that's cute. But I've been keeping on. I've gotten a little bit, like, barely any cleaning done between some of these. And I get burnt out on crochet sometimes. I love doing yarn crafts. I love working with the craft that I do, and I am blessed to have the job that I do. But there are a lot of moments where I sit and I'm like, I never want to touch a hook again. Not because I dislike the craft I'm doing, but because it's just overindulgence, I guess. And keeping that boundary can be a bit hard. So I try to just push through it during work hours, especially like when I'm losing my Crojo. For those who don't know, Crojo is crochet mojo, the mojo to do crochet. It's a term online people use for it. I struggle with it in that I want to constantly start new projects. Starting new projects is what kind of gets me going. Studying new patterns, trying new ideas. Where are the eyes? There they are. Etc., etc. It means that making things for my Etsy and my site and stuff like that can be difficult because I want to have a small selection of items that I do really, really well and offer a variety of. But that's not who I am as a person. I am someone who I crave novelty because so much of my life is the same consistently. I can't drive, so it's not like I go out regularly. I go out when people take me out. And that's once a month during the LARP months, maybe twice a month. And it's once a month if I'm lucky during the off-season months. That's going to probably change when I move states beginning of this next year. But it still means that I'm in the house doing the same thing a lot. And I used to... God, I hate backs of safety eyes. I'm taking this out before I swallow it by accident in my frustration. I would impulse buy. I would go online and look at all these things that I could buy in order to make my life feel like something new is going on. I would buy new clothes. I would buy stuff to do a new hobby that I wouldn't actually do. I would buy new yarn, was a major one. Maybe if I had a new yarn, it would feel new enough that I would not get burnt out of doing everything I do for a long time. I started posting on TikTok. I ran 9 social media accounts at one point, and I would post to all of them regularly on top of streaming, and it just wasn't it. That wasn't what I was looking for. And nowadays I've at least gotten to where the major new that I bring to my life is something that doesn't necessarily hurt anybody. It's that I do new patterns. I'll just start a billion different projects. I think I'm looking at my cart of works in progress right now, and I know there's like 3 down here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can see 13 works in progress just glancing around, and I know there are more hidden around. And that's not including the pile of ones I've abandoned I need to frog. It helps keep things new, especially in moments like this where I'm like, I don't want to do this. safety eyes are the bane of my existence, especially small ones. Because, ow, pushing these in. Oh my god. Please, I beg of you. Because I have to, like, full force push this in with this little sharp piece just to get it to go in. My point is that I get exhausted and bored a lot. And I find new content to watch, new patterns to do, but just this time of day, man, it is a struggle to get things done from here to the end of my workday, especially if I'm doing the same thing over and over again. So I am hoping the fact that I'm filming this and talking with you guys is going to offer some reprieve, but who knows? The other major thing I've done today to try and keep me on topic is I have been watching, I don't know what the series is called besides just plays that go wrong. I watched Peter Pan Goes Wrong first, and now I'm watching Christmas Carol Goes Wrong. The whole thing is that it is this amateur theater group, the Cornley Polytechnic Drama Society. They are a fictional group played by actors who are playing actors. And let me try and explain this again, because I'm bad at explaining things. Actors, real-life actors, play a troupe of amateur actors for a group called the Cornley Polytechnic Drama Society. This amateur acting group puts on plays, but they're really, really, really bad actors and really, really bad stage techs. And everything that can go wrong does go wrong. And that's the whole gimmick. And so I watched Peter Pan Goes Wrong. It's like a pretty popular one of their plays. I enjoyed it. It's free on YouTube. And the second one, I'm 16 minutes in. It's alright so far. Not as good as the first one. But I've been watching those for the first time today in hopes of having something different so that I don't get too crazily bored. Because these work up really fast overall, and it's just the same stitch over and over and over again, which is helpful for market prep. Like, when it comes time to market prep these, I'm excited to make my full-size version of them. Because I just make them out of the blanket yarn, or some of the Michaels, like, weight 7 yarns instead, with a really big hook. And that's really nice. But this project I am undertaking is not the best. I think I already explained this, so if I did, editing fathom, cut it out. I have the urge to keep the camera on and just keep rambling in case anything good comes up. But I don't want to torture myself editing later, because I know that will be torture, because I'm really bad at sitting and editing for long periods. So, I'm just gonna get back to work now. Not that, like, I ever stopped. And hopefully soon I'll be able to show you all. By soon, I mean soon for you, because I have 3.5 more hours. And then we'll see where we go with this. So yeah, let's get back to it. Alright. I know I said I was going to go till the end of my workday, but my left hand, it's killing me. I've taken a break already. I've taken like 5 breaks already, and it is just a no. My hand is tight from working with such small hook. Like, I've been using a 2.5 millimeter hook all day, and this weight 3 cotton, which is not the smallest I could go, absolutely not. But I usually make thin yarn into loose fitting stuff, or I use thick yarn tightly so that I'm not pounding through this micro stuff, because that can really screw up your hands. I think I'm gonna have to tap out on this one. I have enjoyed making this stuff, don't get me wrong. But I mentally and physically. So, I'm just going to show you guys what I made, and I'm just going to call it, and I'm going to go work on something else for the rest of the day. Now, I've been storing them in here. There is not this many. Don't worry. We got the first 3 from earlier. So we have little blue guy. We have our actual scrappy guy. Another thing I like about this design, easily stacks. We got Cthulhu. Please don't prove me wrong. There we go. And then we have our next set. We have this dark purple friend. We have our lavender friend, lilac, whatever you want to call it. We have a lighter green Cthulhu-y guy. Little baby blue. This is an off-white. It looks white compared to these colors. It is not white. Nice golden rod color. We have this nice tealy blue green. And then I ran out of this size of eyes. I just used whatever eyes I have laying around for this. This is where they were. They're just gone. So the last 2 that I made are this scrappy guy here. That's lavender on top, lilac on bottom. We got this guy here, and we got this lilac total one. So all in all, not too bad. What am I, Mr. Beast? That'll work. Anyways. I made 11 little guys in total. That is the point of what this clip is. I feel pretty good about that. If I had bigger yarn, if I had bigger hook, I think I would have gotten similar amount done, if not a couple more. But we're going to tap out there. Toss those into the basket. And that's that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me faff about. Today's question is, what show do you recommend I watch while I crochet? What stuff do you watch while you craft or do whatever hobby you do? If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, to comment, to subscribe, and if you want to support my work or buy what I've made, look at my Etsy or my Square site down below in the description. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.